Hi, welcome to Spice It Up. I'm Mikey. I will be sharing with you today the art of using spice to enhance food and get the most flavors from the dishes you serve your friends and family. You'll find salt and pepper shakers on almost every table, but there really is so much more to the world of spice, where you can make the ordinary taste extraordinary. Today on Spice It Up, I'll be making steak satay, goat cheese pizza, chicken chili, and an avocado and tomato salad with a lime vinaigrette dressing. I'll be adding cilantro to all of these dishes. Now don't run away yet, because cilantro really can add some fabulous flavor. Welcome back to Spice It Up. This chili is foolproof. You can add more or less of the spices and create the perfect balance for your personal palate. I'm going to begin with 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 cup of onion, and 1 cup of green pepper. I also have a whole can of whole tomatoes with the sauce, a can of tomato sauce. I have 2 cans of garbanzo beans, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of dark kidney beans, and 1 can of spicy chili beans. And that's a lot of beans, but it'll be fabulous, especially if you add a whole cup of wine. I also will be adding 4 ounces of green chilies. This is where it's foolproof. You could add more or less. You could have 8 ounces of chilies, and that'll spice it up. Along with all those ingredients, I'll be using 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to be using a garlic press that I really love. This is very old. I stole it from my mother's house. She was downsizing, and this is what I wanted. And the reason I like it is because it's old and it actually works. You press the garlic in and you get a nice, and you'll see it takes a little doing. Now, this one doesn't work. You can't press out anything. It falls apart. This is a new one. It doesn't get tight enough, so I don't like to use these. All right. I will be taking this garlic and adding to the pot 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use vegetable oil. You can use olive oil. You need to cover the bottom of the pot. With that, I'll be adding the garlic. And we're going to be sauteing the first set of vegetables. Celery, the green pepper, and the onion. You need those to saute and sweat out a bit, and when those are finished, you'll add the other ingredients. While those are cooking, you're going to add to a blender, and I use this small one because I've been a personal chef and have to go to people's houses, and I've learned to work in really small spaces with very small equipment with the maximum. I'm going to pour a whole can in, and get a few extras, and then I'm going to take those for a whirl before you put in the second can. And you just shake it a little so they come on down. You're going to repeat this a while till you see that they're well blended. You're going to make a fine paste out of this. You're going to take the half a can. I've taken a half a can out and put it in a bowl, and another half can, and it goes in. Now this can has no liquid. Again, these will make a paste. Okay, now I'm going to mix it in a spoon, the garbanzo beans that I've added, and we're going to take it for another whirl. And this could be pretty mealy and pretty chunky because this is very hearty. It's pretty good. You want to kind of take a look at it, stir it up, bring them from the bottom. It's getting to the right consistency when you see that it's very pasty. These look fine. So now we're going to add a full can of tomatoes, complete with the liquid. Now I tend to take a spoon or a knife and chop these up. You want to kind of just sort of stab the tomatoes So as they cook, they loosen, and it makes it a lot easier. Okay, the next step, we will be adding a full can of tomato sauce. I'm going to turn the heat up. I had it on medium. Now I'm going to put it on high to start this. This is where you add the whole container of the garbanzo beans. And stir. Now, this needs to simmer for 45 minutes before you add any of the other ingredients. So we're going to do that, and we'll get back to you with the other ingredients. And to now really spice this up, we're going to add chili powder and cumin. I have 3 teaspoons of chili powder and 3 teaspoons of cumin. You can of course add more if you'd like more spices. I'm also going to add the half a cup of garbanzo beans that we saved from the 2 cans. I'm going to add the 4 ounces of green chilies. And this is where you start adding the beans. I'm going to add the whole can of kidney beans. I'm going to add the can of chili with the spice. And I'm going to add the black beans. And then I'm going to pick up this bottle of wine. And you're going to add the whole bottle. These little small bottles are fabulous. That's 1 whole cup. To this, you could leave this out or put it in if you like, but a whole can of corn. And stir. Now the last ingredient you'll put in is a chicken, a roasted chicken. I have a roasted chicken here. And you can buy a roasted chicken in the grocery store, or do it yourself, or use a chicken that has leftovers. It is totally foolproof. Now you're going to pull apart the chicken, and here, let me take this out. And you go with the grain, and you just need big pieces. There's no chopping involved, it's very easy. And you could put this whole chicken in this recipe if you'd like. I'll get it started. And it's pretty easy to pick off. I'm going to add this to the chili and give it a stir. Now we'll let that cook up, but we do have a pot already complete. And so I can show you what it looks like, and we can garnish it. Now your chili is ready to serve. Have a nice hot bowl. That's a good helping. And you'd like to add some sour cream. And this is where you add the cilantro. You can leave it out, but if you like it, it tastes fabulous with a lot. Let me see how it came out. Very yummy. Very good. All those beans are fabulous. When we come back, Spice It Up will bring you a look at salad. It's fast, easy, and yummy, especially if you like cilantro. But if you don't, just leave it out, because it's just as good.